Hi, I'm Derrick Malcolm, Finance Director. I've been working at Enterprise Automation for 25 years now.
For the past 25 years, Derrick has always been looking out for EA and always keeping our best interests at heart. He's been a huge part of us growing as an organization, and you can see his care for the company in all of his work.
Derrick's been in just about every role EA has. He's been great about learning and helping in those roles and deciding when there's a more valuable role for him to play. Something I've known about him since we were freshmen in college is you can always rely on him to step up to the occasion. As an example, at EA, when we needed our first project manager, he said he wanted that job. Then we needed our first engineering manager, and he said, I want that opportunity. And in each of those roles, EA got to learn, he got to learn, we became better because of him. Derrick was key to EA's success because of the relationships he developed with clients. Just like he won't let EA down, he would not let clients down. It built great relationships with them and became part of the reputation of the company.
Somebody asked me to talk about what it was like working with Derrick at Enterprise Automation. I'm Scott McClellan. I'm the General Manager of Encino Wastewater Authority. And I've worked with Derrick since about 2005. And that, if you know anything about Enterprise's history, is pretty much about a couple years after Enterprise started. So Derrick and I have known each other for a long time. And we've had a lot of fun over those years, working on projects together. You know, I remember times when we were in Providence, Rhode Island in the middle of winter, doing testing on chlorine dioxide generators, eating peanut M&Ms, and some sort of coconut donut from Dunkin' Donuts was the mandatory breakfast every morning, followed by some sort of, I think, a Centrum pill, just to balance out the M&Ms, Coke, and donut diet that we had there for a while. So obviously Derrick's been a big influence on projects that I've been working on with him over the years. I definitely appreciate his perspective and how projects go together.
One of Derrick's superpowers is his ability to kind of take your ideas and concepts and supercharge them. I've brought so many ideas to Derrick, Excel spreadsheets that I've scraped together that were pretty basic, and given them to Derrick, kind of explained what I was thinking or what I was trying to do, and he gets his hands on it, and within a day or a week, it's so much better than I imagined it to be. And he's done that with a ton of tools and a ton of things that we've built here at EA.
Derrick also manages the internal IT team at EA, which I'm a part of. EA's IT infrastructure really serves a critical role for both business operations, as well as providing a lot of software development resources that serve as kind of the fundamental backbone for essentially all of the services that EA delivers to our clients. The skills developed by EA's IT team through this growth have really directly benefited both our internal staff and our clients by being able to provide cutting-edge solutions based on the latest technologies. And all of this really is thanks to Derrick's skill and capabilities as a leader at EA.
So I wasn't around for the inception of our core values, but I have to imagine that Derrick was maybe the primary inspiration for Lead with Excellence. While it's a shared value across our whole team, Derrick just demonstrates an almost robotic, unwavering commitment to always doing things the right way. He's the guy that keeps us all on course and accountable in the moments when we might be tempted to waver. And this ability of his makes him just incredible in his oversight of finance and risk.
Anybody who knows Derrick knows that he's a highly detailed person. This has shown up in every aspect of his engineering and programming work and has been valued by both EA and our clients. As a project manager, clients have really enjoyed working with him. He did a great job at balancing the needs of the client and EA's success. He was very good at saying no to a client and getting them to agree. He did this by clearly understanding the client's needs and then explaining the logic of saying no. When he found himself drawn to financial planning and accounting, he invested in himself and learned that part of the business. He's basically a self-taught financial professional, completely owning our projections and budgeting and making sure that our books are penny perfect. His precision and attention to detail might be considered a given in the engineering field, but in corporate finance, it's a real edge. Whether he's helping us navigate through a crisis or working on a new opportunity, his support in these areas has been immense. The company would not be where it is today without him, and he's still improving on what we build.
Well, going back 25 plus years now, I had the decision to make between taking a promotion where I worked and taking a new position at another company. At the time, I'd been working 5 years at a global plastics company who wanted me to move across the country and take a new role of process automation. At the time, I'd have to give up the controls and automation work that I'd been enjoying. At the same time, I had the decision to go work for a small integration firm and stay in the area I ultimately wanted to be in. And this position would allow me to continue to work in the controls and automation space that I was enjoying. I would also be able to work alongside my close college friend and chemical engineering classmate. Well, after much deliberation and against the advice of some others, I chose that small integration firm, Enterprise Automation. I know, spoiler. The funny part is, after 25 years, that small integration firm that I joined is nearly 70 people and is expected to generate $20 million of revenue this year and is part of the digital systems group of Tetra Tech Inc., a global engineering firm. So I guess the advice here is to trust yourself, listen to your heart and intuition, and things will generally work out. I would also say that things don't always need to be perfect, but I'm not really ever sure I'd take that advice.
When we find people who are reliable and are able to deliver, we want them to grow with us. Derrick is a great example of someone who's grown a ton over the years at EA, my time here and before. He's taken on so many different responsibilities, so many tasks, and influenced our business and the company in so many ways. His fingerprints are everywhere. You can see his impact all over the building. And we want that to be a model for everybody. Something that they can aspire to as they try new things or experiment and work on their career as they're here. Thanks, Derrick. Happy anniversary.
Congratulations on the anniversary. It's been an absolute pleasure working with you over the years, and I'm looking forward to many more opportunities in the future. And congratulations again. Have a great one.
Thanks, Derrick.
Thanks, Derrick.